Get ready for hot takes and insight from local industry experts in real estate, business, and lifestyle. He used to play ball with the Padres. He played hockey for the Lobos. Now they're crushing it in the real estate game. Together, they'll showcase the best of the Duke City. This is All About You, ABQ.
Oh, hashtag. It's all about you, ABQ. Now, the goal of the show is to highlight the best of our city's industry experts in real estate, culture, and lifestyle, so that you walk away with some value and feeling inspired. Now, the way we like to do that is to answer the questions you may have or interview the guests that you want to see. So we invite you to join the conversation. You can reach out following our hashtag up here or join our email list to get some timely tips about our community and real estate market. Hey, I'm Skip Adams, owner of Sold by Skip Real Estate Brokerage.
Grant Harvey, Vision Mortgage home loan expert and founder of Broken TVs from China.
You probably recognize Grant as your furniture dealer, where you got this thing.
Oh yeah, the seat I've always been on.
Yeah, nothing's changed this epi. Now Grant is absolutely crushing it in the mortgage space.
Okay, yeah. You may have seen Skip from HGTV's House Hunters, and he's part of the top 2% producing real estate agents in the world.
Here's why you're going to want to stay tuned. We're joined by Amanda and Rebecca of Wilderwood Equine Therapy. We're going to talk about autism and equestrian therapy and how those two mesh well here in Albuquerque.
Yeah, so we've had some autism, rehabilitation and what would you say, schooling with Tyler?
Correct. Right? Yeah, there's the Autism Center, the Apara Autism Center here in Albuquerque. And we were able to sit down with the founder and kind of, just learn about the community and what's going on in their community.
And your wife has a horse background, right? I mean, that's
correct. So it's going to be a fun episode. We're going to get to talk a little bit about, equestrian and horses, and I'm excited to kind of dive into it. And
plus, we're going to have a horse and we're going to jump over Skip.
Yeah,
we're going to skip over Skip.
Yeah, it's going to stay tuned for the donkey show. Anyways, Grant, dude, something's different about you, man.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
If you could zoom in, we won't zoom in on you, man. But what'd you got? Grant got pink eye. So if you've ever been in the men's restroom of the Route 66, you'll see For a Good Time called Grant Harvey, and that's where he got pink eye.
Do you want me to make this episode terrible?
My man's got pink eye from this pink carpet and a pink guy in the bathroom.
I have a black eye, not a black guy. I have a black eye. All right, let's zoom in here. Yeah, or my traditional guy liner that I go to the clubs with ladies or guys.
No, wild story, man. This is the magic of Albuquerque. You never know who you're going to meet at an intersection.
Yeah, that's a real meet and greet with your fist. Did we tell this story? Yeah, I got a fist fight at an intersection. Okay, we're not.
No, we can.
No, we're not, because you already brought it up. Now we're going to bring you back.
Here's what happened.
There was an AM radio talk show host that tried to go at me. Just kidding. I don't know.
No, he had to defend our honor here at UABQ.
Yeah.
So,
I saw your show and it sucked. And I was like, what? And then Buddy got smoked. Get out the chalk line. Now he's dead.
I saw your whole series and it fucking sucked.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Only I can say my series sucks.
We'll transition a little bit into kind of our local market here and what to expect. It's always important to keep an eye on trends here in Albuquerque. Where is our housing market? And so here we go again. Redfin always puts out their study for our housing market. It shows that our average sales price, we're right around $350,000. We've gone up, 4 to 6% over the last couple of years. And so here's the hot map. Mark, if you'll show this. This again shows where are people moving to Albuquerque from. And again, leading the list is California, Los Angeles, California, Denver. People just say Denver's just too crowded now, and so they come down here.
Denver sucks.
Denver.
Let me tell you, you can't drive around at any time. Like, I grew up as a boy. Like, I played hockey in Denver. Like, I've been there a million times. I've seen it change. Like, Denver sucks now. You can't move around. You can't. It's at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. You can't get around that city.
Yeah, but you could get high, man.
That's true.
And then again, going back to the stats, it also shows where are the migration patterns when people are leaving Albuquerque. Where are they going? And for fuck's sake, why is everybody moving to Minneapolis? I don't get this fucking stat.
Yeah, maybe to meet General Mills.
General Mills, dude, just
I don't know. It would be interesting to really investigate that and be like, so everyone is still in a mass exodus to Minneapolis. Like, what is the gravy train there?
I don't know, just hot Scandinavian women, if you're into that. Ladies.
Sunken eyes.
But here's the other thing about Albuquerque is like, for people from outside of Albuquerque, you know, they're always just like, well, I don't get what Albuquerque is. You guys have two things, Breaking Bad, green chili. So here's a funny clip. This is how the world sees us when they come to visit Albuquerque. Hey, roll it.
Yeah.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
They always want you to try the green chilies. People are like, dog, my cousin got attacked by two guys with lightsabers, you know? But have you had the green chilies? Like, that's all it is there. It's like, man, my friend got run over by a Volkswagen, but have you had the green chilies? People are like, dude, man, my wife fell off a building last week, and it was, nobody knows what happened. I was up there with her, and we got in an argument, and she went off the edge, and damn, have you had the green chilies, man? Because they are good.
Albuquerque.
You know what?
But in Albuquerque.
And I like that last edition. Theo Von's so freaking funny. Like, we got to get him on the show.
Awesome. So when it comes to traveling, man, traveling is such a pain in the ass anymore, especially after COVID. And you've been traveling international. You've been going to hockey games.
Yeah, I've been going. I went up to Victoria last year, and I went to Mexico to officiate a wedding.
Anything you love about flying?
Yeah, I freaking hate flying. But that actually reminds me of Grant's Ranch. They actually did that sound effect at the Dallas hockey game. It like blew my mind. I was like, yeah. So let's talk about flying and how it sucks. So I'm going to give you my experiences. Why have your A through 130 and then 30 through 60? There's if you ever were in the VA, like, are you disabled? Do you have kids? Did you have a corn dog allergy? Has your mom been on fire the last 60 days? Like, everyone gets to go first before you, and they make you line up 40 minutes before you get in there. Now, they also go, oh, well, yeah, shut down the window shades because it's going to get hot in here. No, cool the airplane down. That would help us all out. So we have to, can you guys turn on your vents? I guess, but it's still 192, and I guess you're cooking rotisserie chickens, which are us. Let's also talk about how people are running up the aisle when the plane stops. I've actually decided, stops right here. I'm getting in the aisle, and I will football block you if you try to run up when it's not your turn. I also want to talk about how plane travel, I went to United Airlines, and they made me pay $57 more for a seat that I didn't want. But they go, oh, you checked in late. That seat costs way more money. And I go, I don't want this seat. I also want to talk about how much air travel is cost. It used to be like $200 for me to go to any given city. Now it's like $982, bucks, like for any city you want to go to. What else are they going to bring up here? I have it in my notes because this is
no cash.
Plane bathrooms. You might as well not go because it's smaller than a tissue box. I can't even turn around. I can't even use the bathroom. If I go to wash my hands, I'm already in the pilot seat. The other thing is, why do pilots tell us what elevation they're traveling at? I don't know, man. Whatever elevation you think we need to go. 32,000 feet sounds good. 28,000, I don't know. And then also when they're running late, they go, yeah, we're going to pick it up and really get there a little bit quicker. Why can't you do that all the time? Does it take 2 hours to go to Albuquerque, or does it take an hour and 30? Then just do that from now on. If you can go faster, why isn't that the way? Let me see one thing in my notes. People clapping when the plane lands, please go away or kill yourself. I don't want to. Stop clapping. That's what's supposed to happen. If you go to the dentist and they clean your teeth, you go, no, they did their job. If they don't, you die. Stop clapping. It's understood that they're going to land the plane. Let's see what we got here. Oh, why are the seats so small? Are they for a mouse? When I sit down, I have to go like this, like I have no confidence. I have to just sit here and just hope that other people aren't going to be near me. It's not built, maybe if you're, I won't even get there. Maybe if you're a small Asian man, it would work, but this hurts me. Let's see here. That's it. Oh, yeah, wait time. It takes like 3 hours to do 1 hour traveling. I just don't like, by the time you park your car, actually, who does the parking shuttle thing? Like, you're gonna save, that's where you're gonna save money. I'm gonna pay only $4 a day if I land here. You have to take a shuttle. Just go to the airport and, thank God there's some of you out there that just do the parking, but like, that's where you're gonna save money, dude. Like, okay, we're gonna take a shuttle now. You're gonna add to the time experience. Yeah, that's it. Grant's rants. I'm already too fired up. Who does the parking lot shuttle?
Dude, it is such a nightmare getting there. You have to get there like 3 a.m. It's freezing. You stand out there like an asshole with your bag waiting for Santa to come pick you up.
You're really gonna go, they're not gonna get that $10 out of me. I'm gonna park for $4. And I'm gonna take some shuttle, and the guy's just smoking cigs, just like puffing darts, like 18 of them by the time you get there. Like, buddy, I don't think you're gonna live through the way back, but
Here's where you're going to want to stay tuned. Amanda and Rebecca of Wilderwood Equine Therapy. And then obviously stay to the end of the show. It's everybody's favorite. They're knocking down the door to get in for Skip's Tips.
Yeah.
This is UABQ.
We had to hire security.
Welcome back to UABQ. My name is Skip Adams, owner of Sold by Skip Real Estate Brokerage here in Albuquerque.
Grant Harvey, home loan expert.
And we're joined in studio today by Amanda Garcia, Doctors Mark and Rebecca Evanko of Wilderwood Equine Therapy. Now, Amanda's the president and Rebecca's the executive director of Wilderwood, with a mission to provide equine-inspired, autistic-led programs, research, and services for autistic people, especially autistic women, and the broader community. And here to educate us about horses and autism. Wow, that was a mouthful.
Dude, you nailed it.
Mark, guys, welcome to the show. We're excited to have you. We were kind of chatting a little bit about your backstory here. And Amanda, born and raised Albuquerque. Mark, you've spent the majority of your time here
since I was 2 years old
in Albuquerque.
Mm-hmm.
And I got here as fast as I could.
I detect a little bit of an
Thank goodness.
accent.
We were waiting for you.
I detect a little bit of an accent, Rebecca.
Yes, from Australia.
I was going to say New Jersey, but
Yeah, we're close.
I was going to say Austria.
but that's great. So Amanda, talk a little bit about growing up here, because I think Albuquerque is it's a cool town, and we're both born and raised here. But did you ever go away for school training, anything like that?
Nothing. Born, raised, stayed here.
She's that loyal.
I love
yeah,
that.
she's like,
That
why would I
loyal.
go away? I thought you liked this place, you
Yeah.
guys.
Well, the first thing we
did you
asked her,
ask?
tell us a little bit about you. She goes, I'm a true Burkania. And I was like, well, there you go. That's all we need to know.
Well, let's see. My first job was with my uncle, who was at 3rd and Central, and then right next to the library. So I, grew up Albuquerque, went to West Mesa.
Yeah.
Dude,
Mustang.
like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are
Gangsta.
Burkania way.
That is gangsta. It is. I was track. Mark was my sports medicine doctor in high school, and then got into dancing. Did ballet folklorico for years. And
Okay,
belly
slow
dancing.
down. Slow down. What was
It's
that?
all ballet folklorico.
What?
It's the girls with the big dresses.
Oh, my wife did that when she was like, whatever.
She did?
Yeah, she has a picture of her. She was the only blonde hair, blue eyed
I'm
chick.
learning
Wow.
on the
so
line doing
much
it.
about
Wow.
you.
But yeah,
'cause you're a
because
mystery.
the only reason I know is because you said this. What is it called? Ballet Folkloria?
Ballet. So ballet folklorico.
Folklorico?
Just don't, this.
No,
Yeah.
no, this is what I always
No.
I try to.
Mexican
Just
ballet
let her
folklorico to
say
make
it.
it even
New
better.
Mexican Ballet Folklorico.
There you go.
No, don't
Try
do
that,
it.
guy.
No, I'm
Oh,
not
I
going
have
to.
some Herrera on my side. Relax, guy. Mark, so where did you go to high school, Mark?
I went to Sandia.
Attaboy.
West
Yeah,
Mesa.
graduated in '76, and then went to UNM
Yeah.
for undergraduate and medical school in Pomona.
So you got a chance to live outside of New Mexico and then come back to New Mexico. What was it that maybe brought you back to New Mexico?
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I was pretty fed up by the people and the traffic and the lifestyle, all of that. And I mean, it was medical school, and my whole idea was to come back to Albuquerque anyway.
And that's something that's a talking point we have. You know, our focus of the show is showcasing Albuquerque, and there's a quality of life that can be surrendered when people go out to these big cities, right? So, how much is your time worth? Are you commuting 1 hour to work and 1 hour back? That's a lot of hours you're giving, you know, to be in an experience or a city. So, I appreciate you saying that, because we haven't made. I mean, in our travel commute, we can go anywhere in like 17 minutes, and people go, "Oh my God, traffic's so backed up," and people like you would go, "You don't know what backed up
That's
is."
exactly right. Sitting on the freeway for 2 hours, 3 hours.
Rebecca, I know you've come to us from Australia, so talk a little bit about what are the differences. What do you like about the southwestern culture here in New Mexico or Albuquerque?
Well, New Mexico is very much like Queensland, where I'm from. I'm from country Queensland, and so the climate's very similar. The dryness is very similar. I would have to say I have never seen sunsets like I have in New Mexico.
There you go. I agree.
Love that. That's great. That's great. So, I mean, the real reason we're all here, I want to learn more about Wilderwood. So, first of all, Peralta, New Mexico is a small town on a dot about, what, 30 minutes south of Albuquerque?
20, yeah.
Yeah, 30 minutes south of Albuquerque. But talk about the equine therapy and how you guys got started.
We got started 5 years ago with a laptop in a living room and an idea. And Wilderwood has taken on a life of its own.
Incredible.
And much of it is credit to the wonderful board I have and our wonderful president. But there is a real need. There is a growing recognition of autism, not only in adults, but in women. And the connection that we feel very strongly is there between autism and horses. We coined a word for it, autism, because of the similarities between the two. And it's no surprise that autistic people tend to get on very well with horses. We kind of get each other. I grew up with them. They basically saved my life. And I always wanted to do something to give back to the community with horses. And that's how it really started.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know, what a kind of would be a radical idea for many to have the two correlate, right? So you go, listen, I have this connection. I bet you there's more connections to be had. I don't think your average person would ever say this and this matches, but you have a personal testimonial to that, right? And you think that was your strength about, you know, advocating for this, I would say, camp?
Well, I think that people who come and they do for an equine experience, for example, we say that the effect of it can range everywhere from minimal to magical. And it really does, of course, the horse is a live being, it's not a machine. But there is something very special about the connection that people, autistic or not, can make with horses.
You guys have a couple of events coming up, and then even a documentary about all the stuff that you're doing down in Peralta, but also the research that you're doing in autism, especially in women. Talk about some of the events that you have coming up and how we can all get involved.
Are you looking at me again?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're the ED.
Well, AutFest is one we're very, very excited about. It's being held here in Albuquerque on Saturday, July 13th. It's an all-day event. There's morning and afternoon sessions. The morning session is devoted to Q&As. It's for people who want to know more about autism in women. The general public, clinicians, practitioners, psychologists, social workers. We have a great lineup of speakers. Dr. Temple Grandin is coming down from Colorado State University. Taylor Heaton, who's known as Mom on the Spectrum, with 100,000 Instagram followers. I think Wilderwood's got like about 100. It's like, it blows my mind. Barb Cook, who started Spectrum Women in Australia, is flying over from Australia to be there. I'll be there. So we'll have this wonderful Q&A session where members of the audience can ask these luminaries in the field of autism in women questions about it and have their questions answered. We'll also have an award ceremony. Wilderwood is handing out a visionary award for a local Albuquerque person who's doing great visionary things. Then in the afternoon we'll be showing films by and about autistic women. Wilderwood's new documentary about autism in women will be premiering at that event, as well as Temple Grandin's
Can I ask
an
ignorant question from my end, just coming from somebody that wants to know more, but I know you're specializing in autism in women. What is there substantial or significant differences between the
Yeah.
sexes.
Yes.
The stereotypes.
Glad you asked.
Yeah, you should be a host.
Stereotypes of autism and the diagnostics have all been male in their presentation. It's much like in medicine, we've come to find out that heart attacks are male dominated in terms of the descriptions, and so many women have been missed with having MIs, and because they don't present in the textbook fashion. And so the same is true with, it's coming out and very evident with women in autism, and young girls, autistics, are much different presentation than young boys.
Can I have
Can you
like,
name
just a
like,
small
name one?
example?
Yeah, that's
of-
what I was going to say. Name something that you would go male and female. What would be?
Well, from a lot of we are doing assessments through our research and diagnostics through the research. We're coming up with a research tool to help with diagnosis. And many of the narratives that we get from our clients describe very, very poignantly being the smart little girl who is out at recess reading her book under the tree.
I always had a couple of those in my class. That were
Yeah.
like,
Teacher's pet.
pet.
Yeah.
Hanging out in the library.
But then
Not real good socially.
So
But then
for sure you wouldn't be, because you would never be. You're never a teacher's pet.
Because I can't read?
He was,
Is that what this is
no,
about?
it's because you got expelled guy. Just kidding.
Can you tell us a little bit about? I know you guys have a documentary coming up about the facility. When does that premiere, or what can you tell us about it?
The documentary actually
Yes,
is.
Amanda, darling.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You go ahead, Mark.
Well, the documentary, I'm sorry. Documentary is about, not so much about the facility
Okay.
as about autistic women.
Okay.
And so, please, Amanda.
Oh yeah.
That
Well,
comes in July.
Let's hear from
Yeah, it comes
Amanda.
out- yeah.
Amanda, get in there. What do you think we've missed in this interview that you want to get out there?
Nothing. I think you've done an excellent job.
Okay. Well, then, Mark, roll that clip. Let's see the documentary.
I don't know. It's just going around in a circle. Introduce yourself and where are you from? And I was at a thing where I wasn't part of an organization, so I just said, I'm just me. And for some reason, that just was the funniest thing anyone had heard all day.
If the diagnosis comes, and when it comes, the relief that is apparent on the face of the client is an amazing thing.
It's a relief, and it's joy and grief. It's dance and song and anger. It took so long.
How did no one know? I come out of an interaction, I look at my partner and I say, how did no one know I was autistic until I was 29? Yes, I can make eye contact, but if I'm making eye contact with you, I'm also counting 1, 2, 3.
I called my insurance company and said, I want to be directed somewhere where I can be tested for autism. They gave me the name of one place. She said that I reminded her of her daughter. You don't seem like the people I know with autism. Well, your daughter is probably autistic.
Is it really living if it's someone else's room? And can you forgive me for trying to figure out the rules with me? With me. Is there room for me? Is there room for me? Is there room for me? For me?
Shoot.
Heavy. Yeah, I like that. It's nice. It's charming. It's educational too, as well. I think for someone like me or Grant who wants to, kind of learn more and see a different perspective of it.
I'll tell you, we did this show just goofing around at first in the seasons, and then now we've had kind of like really touching episodes like this one. I feel like we've really come along.
You're becoming a man in front of our eyes,
It's
Grant.
impressive. It's touching what you guys are doing. I mean, it looks like you're really impacting their lives.
Well, we're excited. And so tell me one more time. So where do we get to watch that movie? Or
It's premiering at Autfest.
At Autfest
on July 13th.
Yeah.
Here in Albuquerque at the Hotel Andalus.
Okay.
Awesome.
You guys, you're doing a great thing.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. I'm glad Amanda facilitated this
Amanda.
whole thing. On Facebook, I said, "Hey, who has some guests that should come on the show?" And I have to be honest. Some people like, "Oh, me." I'm like, "No."
No, let's get somebody interesting.
But they go, this story, I was like, yeah, we got to do it. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
We'll have links to all of your upcoming events and your movies on our website, on our blog as well. And we appreciate you guys coming through. And Amanda, Doctors Mark and Rebecca Evanko.
Oh, dude. Again.
Of Wilderwood.
Here we go. Again.
I have 3 pages of notes here.
I don't want him to say,
coming up next, here's why you're going to want to stay tuned as we wrap up the show. It's everybody's favorite, Skips Tips. This is UABQ.
Over-promising, saving. Welcome back, ladies. We're here on segment 3. I appreciate our prior guests coming on, and now we're going to get to the real meat and potatoes of the show, Skips Tips.
Fuck yeah, Skips Tips. Fuck yeah. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there in that yellow chair. Skips Tips is anything that saves us time, makes us more money, allows us to have more fun, whether that's in real estate or real life. I see it all the time. There's 5 costly mistakes that first-time buyers often overlook, especially in the kitchen. Number 1 is an illogical layout. Yeah, when you walk into that house for the first time, you see it's a kitchen, you don't really realize, is it functional? Does it make sense? And that can cost you money if you want to try and resell the property or try and fix that layout later. Number 2 is entertainment space. Kitchen's the heart of the home. This is where you're going to do the majority of your entertaining. So you'll be spending time living there, and it's functional for making oatmeal and spaghetti, but can you fit your friends around the island? Does it make sense for entertaining? Also another resale thing that you're going to need to fix. Number 3, insufficient storage. I went through a model home for a builder here in town. It was like a $600,000 listing. We went into the kitchen and it was literally one little island and 4 cabinets in this massive house. So it's something to keep in mind. Make sure you have enough storage, because especially if you got a wife like mine, there's going to be an air fryer and a blender in every corner. Number 4, missing appliances. Just because it has a nice backsplash and maybe some updated lighting, if the appliances aren't in the kitchen when you go to buy the property, that adds up quickly. Fridges or microwaves or other built-in appliances that should be there, like a dishwasher, having to replace those when you purchase a home are really going to add up in cost. And number 5, appliances that are maybe outdated, antiquated, or too small, or even too big. I've seen these chef's kitchens where you walk into the house and there's this massive overgrown burners with this whole thing in a kitchen that really doesn't call for it. So those are some things that can add up in cost when you take over, when you purchase that property. So for a free list of homes priced to sell that are gonna have fantastic kitchens, comment below. Share this with a friend and tell them Skip said so.
If you don't have good enough appliances, you can go to hell.
Or BIOS. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. My brother used to work at BIOS, and I used to sing that, you gotta move those microwave ovens, cause the kitchen delivery. You got to move those refrigerators. Anyways, I sing that to him every day when he went to work. And it only lasted about maybe 4 months. And the guy that he was delivering
was on heroin?
He was on, no, PCP. And my brother, as whippy as he is, all noodle arms, was like, you gotta stay in the truck or we're gonna get fired. Like the guy was just tripping out on PCP. BIOS, your place for home appliances.
So fuck it.
Yeah.
Wednesday nights, Sunday mornings here on the Education Channel, and all the time, 24/7 on Channel 27.
More business slanders. We're probably gonna get sued. I don't care. I'll leave town.
This is all about you, ABQ.
Go to.
watching you, ABQ.